Hello, and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. My name is Christine, and today I will be your guide through the Soul's Journey Oracle by James Van Praagh. So, this is written by James Van Praagh, illustrated by Charlotte Backman, and published by Hay House in 2014. So, James Van Praagh is a clairvoyant spiritual medium, well known for his work on the TV show The Ghost Whisperer. He's worked with heads of state, religious leaders, celebrities, guiding people through grief and healing and spiritual awakening. He's the founder of the JVP School of Mystical Arts, and he has multiple courses online, and he's a New York Times bestselling author. So you can find more about JVP and his classes at https://vanpraagh.com. And I will put that and his classes, his website for his classes in the description box below. Highly recommend. Charlotte Backman was originally from Santa Ana, California. She's a illustrator that specializes in mandalas and exploring sacred geometry and meditation. So let's have a look. This was my very first oracle deck that I bought, and I had never heard of James Van Praagh before. This is a 44 card deck. Comes in this beautiful little 2-piece box. Focuses on emotional healing and inspiration and spiritual lessons learned that lead to spiritual growth. So we have this lovely little book here. It's got 105 pages, page for each card. Each entry has a perspective and a short lesson with a growth focus. Size of the cards are 3.5 by 5 inches or 89 by 128 millimeters. So I got this deck, and I was really led to this deck. Very interesting. I had not heard of James Van Praagh before, and this was my first oracle deck, and I wanted to get an oracle deck. And I'm like, oh, what should I get? And I meditated on that. And the answer I got was find the Soul's Journey Oracle. I'm like, okay. So I went on Amazon and I found the Soul Journey Oracle. And it was really, really very eye-opening. What was interesting about the first deck I got, not interesting, but a little frustrating, was it had very clearly been opened. It had very clearly been used. And so I went through, I'm like, well, let me make sure all the cards are there. And I went through, and there were 2 cards missing. It was missing, I'll show you, humor. It was missing humor. We've got our little smiling Buddha there. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And it was missing loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. So somebody had gone through the deck, opened it, took out 2 cards, and sent it back to Amazon and said, I don't want it. So I have a little message here. You didn't steal from Amazon. You stole from me. Think about that for a second. But I did send it back to Amazon with an explanation of, hey, this has been opened and there's cards missing. And Amazon said, oh, we're so very sorry. We will send you a fresh deck. And they did. They sent me this deck that has all the cards. So you didn't steal from Amazon. You stole from me. But Amazon made good on it. So really, you made Amazon be the hero. Was that your focus? Was that your desire? Or were you just trying to stick it to Jeff Bezos because he's so rich? Well, Jeff had a great idea and he earned the money he got. So karma. Watch out, kids. Karma. But this is a fabulous deck, and we'll go through it card by card now that I've put my little message out there for you. Okay. So here are the cards in all their beauty. Abundance. I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn, and I love how he takes something like adversity and makes it positive. He does that throughout this deck, which is really, I think, a bonus. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Pause and calmly think about that one. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means I am on the right path. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Indecision. I use my intuitions in all aspects of life. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Well, I hope you enjoyed our journey through the Soul's Journey Oracle. Roses and thorns for this deck. I think this is a rose. I was unfamiliar with JVP until I got the message that I need to get his Oracle deck. And when I was researching James Van Praagh for this video, I found his JVP School of Mystical Arts website. He's doing a summer special, at least when I checked this, and I signed up for one of his classes, which has been super interesting. I'm doing the Communicating with Angels class right now, about halfway through. Fascinating, and I love his positivity, but it's not what you would call toxic positivity. It's actionable positivity. It's take this perspective and move forward kind of positivity. It's like, no, life is not all about roses and puppy dogs, although roses and puppy dogs are great and they do happen. But, you know, when somebody does break your porcelain kitten collection, it's okay to know that it was time for it to leave your life and to get over it. And of course, that's a very silly example and facetious, but it can certainly be applied to, the greater hardships of life. I mean, particularly what he says about grief. And one of James's missions is helping people through grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. I understand that losing something or someone is an opportunity to appreciate it. And when you can look at grief in that fashion, and you can say, yes, I miss a person who was an integral part of my life, or I'm saddened that somebody who I thought could continue to change the world is no longer in this world, and that's saddening. Appreciating that person who was in your life for the period of time they were there is comforting. Gratitude and appreciation are comforting. And James, I won't say hammers the point home, but he emphasizes the point that when we're appreciative and we're in gratitude, we are able to have a greater resilience to the trials and tribulations of life. So I find I would call this deck almost essential for somebody who perhaps enjoys oracle decks, or you do tarot reading and oracle reading. This is a really fabulous deck for gaining perspective. So highly, highly recommend James Van Praagh's work on this deck. All right. If you enjoyed this video, please click like. If you like this type of content, please subscribe. Try to come out with a set of videos every week with a tarot review or a oracle deck review and then a reading. So I am going to follow this up with a reading using some of the advice and guidance that James has in his little guidebook here. And I hope you will join me for that video. So thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.